It's really ugly out there tonight, won't you say? I know it might not be the kind of food that you'd expect to make up to, but I just do a few things that I had already made. Feel free to indulge in those. I take personal pride in the stuff I make. I've had a lot of, you could say I had a lot of experience in making my own pastries and all that stuff. It's not the only thing though. Well, give me some time and I can make something a bit more proper. Although the main thing that someone like me would be curious about is how exactly did you end up being washed up here? Because it's just me living out here, believe it or not. And yeah, well, this place has been around for a while actually. No, it wasn't some past project or anything from some other person that just left it alone. Well, I had decided that I wanted to live here, and so here I did. But that's not really the main point right now. I'm just more curious about your circumstance on ending up here. I don't really see any much evidence out there of what happened. Just a small raft and no other, say, debris, wreckage, or any other person to be found around with you. Right, so regarding that, what happened is that you washed up on an island being where I live. And yeah, and you must have been out for a while. I found you out there while I heard the noise and I decided to go investigate a little. So I was actually really surprised to, well, find a person there. So yeah, here you are now. And no, it's not like you're stranded here or anything. I can have you back home from whenever you came from. Maybe within the next day if the weather gets better. I have my own way of getting around, so don't really worry about that. So after finding you on the ground over there, I decided to bring you right on over here and just have you rest in the bed for now until you woke up. Yeah, for the time being, it just means waiting out this storm and all. Although that could take a while, if I'm being honest. And Because this was a storm that I felt building up for a while. So even even if it manages to clear up for a bit, it might just be for a little short while before it starts picking up again. Yeah, I guess I could touch on that again. Right, so yeah, believe it or not, it's actually, well, I see this home here, well, it's completely mine, and I myself am the only one that is living out here. You know, don't get me wrong, it wasn't that I had been exiled from some place or anything, it's just I thought it'd be a nice peaceful spot to settle at. I don't really have any reason to be around multiple people or just show off my own things. I really couldn't care for any of that. So yeah, it's at an island, but it's not too far from the mainland, where I presume is where you were originally headed to, or actually where you were from. Admittedly, yeah, it is sizable enough for quite a few people to be here. But I seriously mean that. I seriously mean that I'm actually the only one here. I know enough to be able to handle everything. Well, if I do need some help with some certain things, then it isn't really beyond me to reach out for certain people or services. I mean, I'm here. I may be out here alone, but that doesn't mean that I'm isolated. Well, being honest here, I typically don't have any visitors at all coming by here. And yeah, it goes for family or friends of mine. Well, I don't know about calling it lonely. Well, I am alone here, but saying that it must be lonely would be assuming that I hate being alone. And it's pretty much the opposite for me. I'm very much used to it, and I prefer having my peace and quiet to do the things I personally want to do. But on occasions like this, I won't exactly shy away from it. Well, I have lived here for quite a while. Yeah. And this place is, well, nowhere near as old as I am. Pretty recent and modern, actually. I guess I can follow and understand your skepticism. I guess this can be something I can disclose since I don't exactly sense any ill intent from you. Is that, well, to be completely straight with you, it's I'd say you're extremely lucky actually. It probably would have it probably would have been it for you if it wasn't for me being around here. And yeah, it's not exactly a practical place to live at. I could simply just be deep out in the countryside if I was looking for a place to be alone and find some quiet. And it's that this place used to be more than just an island. There's a lot more to this place before a lot of it ended up being submerged. And whatever you end up seeing now is all that's left of it. And enough so that it wasn't just a single house or a few little buildings. It's just it had been a whole little community. But that's a story from a supremely long time. But for you, I'd say and well, as for why exactly it's relevant, it's that it's something that I had lived through. Well, it's a place where I grew up. But now it's really only just me, really, that still decides to linger. Maybe just as a way to never forget where I came from and the other people I had surrounded myself with. But I suppose to clear any lingering confusion you might have, I think the best way is just to outright show you. See? Well, I told you. And I meant it when I said that I've been here for a really long time. Now, I really did mean it when I said that I've been around here for a really long time. And I can't exactly confirm if I really am the last one from the ones that I knew. But as long as I'm around, then I can continue to remember what this place used to be and what it was. I don't exactly know if trying to recreate something like that is on the table for me, or for someone else that comes after me. Really can't say for sure. It's a nice idea to think about, but realistically, hard to say. We can alter our forms whenever we feel like. And for any number of reasons, really. To hide, for our own safety, or for some to assimilate with humans whenever they're out in public. But you also have to be aware of those that do end up using such ability in a bit more of a mischievous manner. Well, I can't deny that I used to be one of those. Well, I did find it fun to mess around with people that I would end up encountering. But that was when I used to be on the mainland for a while before deciding to come back and settle here for good. It's like with what I said earlier. Well, as for myself, I'm able to sense intent within people. If I were to simplify it, then basically it means looking at someone and determining whether or not they're going to bring harm to me or not. But for you, I don't sense any of that uneasiness. That's mainly I decided to basically show you this side of basically. Admittedly, you weren't the only one to have ended up here, either by curiosity or unfortunate circumstance. And it's not really out of my own personal safety of harm per se. It is more so just to avoid any attention from people. Who knows? Yeah, I end up garnering attention, and before I know it, there might be more people seeking me out. And that could lead to numerous things that will be beyond my control. Yeah, even if I'm mostly just being here alone, I don't mind the unexpected company from time to time. Yeah, I had already mentioned so, but it's definitely has its own challenge of presenting a few certain things that maybe a human lifespan can't exactly comprehend. It's just a few days of being alone, and that person can start feeling rather lonely. Or hold that same feeling too while surrounded by a bunch of people already, but still feel rather outcast. But the true trick in that is being able to just enjoy your own company. Really. When there really isn't anyone else out there, well, the only other person that you're spending time with is your own mind. So just utilize a way of how to enjoy that, and I'd say you can be rather well off and not have to feel that pain for most of the time anyway. But with how the human mind is wired, having connections is quite a necessary thing. Being alone for too long isn't exactly a good thing. No, you're right. Though, that is right. The things that apply to humans don't exactly apply to people like me in the same way. Still, it's not too much of an issue when we're able to talk and communicate the way we do, fortunately. Yeah, and believe me, there's definitely more others like me out there that you just never known about. I could easily be living it up out there in the city. Always make sure to reiterate a few things for you before I leave you be, because you still need your own rest, and I don't exactly want to impede on that with answering numerous questions and telling me all sorts of stories from your curiosity. And, well, believe me, I'd be more than happy to indulge with that. Yeah, well, to be honest, I do need my own bit of rest too. I've just been staying up a lot more than unusual. Just making sure that this home is doing okay in this storm. But you should really go back to bed, and hopefully by the time you're up later, then the storm will at least calm down. But you really don't have to worry about a thing when you're here with me. You might just be on a big fat rock, but trust me, you'll be fine here. I don't exactly know why, but it feels kind of alleviating in a way to just be able to up and show someone and share a bit of why I'm here. a little unusual, but I have a feeling that's could be something I picked up from all the numerous humans that I had interacted with. But I suppose that's sort of the main thing about experiences. Is that whatever someone goes through is what ends up shaping them into the type of person they are today. Just reach out if you end up needing something. I'll be fine on my own. I mean, the bed isn't the only place I can sleep. I got a nice cozy area up on the second floor. So, you just go take it easy now, and I'll see about occasionally checking in on you, and oh right, and also preparing some actual real food for you. Oh, as ugly as the storm is, do try to have yourself a good night and get all cozied up. It's a very good bed, I tell you. So I'm sure you'll get a lot of good sleep without any problem. Well, yeah, see you tomorrow. Early morning, afternoon, doesn't really matter to me. All that really matters to me is just to get your much needed rest, however long that takes.